Yeah, 2017, Opry City Stage. Country Western meets New York City. Right here in Times Square. See these guys putting the finishing touch on the installation of the signs. There's still a little bit more work to be done, but major part of it, what it's all about right now. There it is, Opry City Stage. I sure would have loved for this to have been around when my girl Minnie Pearl was around. It sure caused a shindig. But, you know, when you think about it, today, country western music is just about the only music that's holding its quality. You know? Got rock and roll, R&B, hip hop. Just show 'em. The old boys who used to do hip hop, they ain't going into retirement. And these young folks are doing it nowadays. Ain't too much. But country western, American born, American bred. There it is in Times Square. Don't get me wrong now, I'm a hip-hop boy. I know that ain't about music. I love every type of music. This is one of my favorites. Times Square. Well, brother. Yeah, okay. There goes one of them. Just kind of so there we go. No, wait a minute. If you look on my channel, you will see the video of the guys removing all that stuff from the Hershey building. They still got one left there. I don't know if they're gonna take it down or not. But tonight it was all about Opry City Stage. But if you look at that video, like I was saying, of the Hershey building, you'll see a nice little peek of the decorations inside of the Opry Stage restaurant showroom. Because you are going to be able to get yourself a nice meal and a nice show of country western music, which in my opinion is one of the original music here in America that's holding its space. I will see these guys discussing the future of what is going to be presented. So tonight I wanted to get a complete picture of the display, but there's a guitar that they have to add to that they're not going to add tonight. So when that's done, I'll get a minute or two of it and you guys can get it. But as a video stand, this is how it's going to be. You'll see the installation of that oval sign. Here's right there. And to show you that country western music and country western presentation, food, restaurant, and everything is doing well in America. And here in the #1 show place, where the billboards are always changing, as you walk from the restaurant, as these guys are doing, and you walk down, and you got the big bus here where you take your bus tours. And just imagine like these two couples are doing here tonight, walking by. Nothing, everything. Hey, they're opening a country western restaurant up the street. You guys gotta go. Okay. So as you take your bus ride on the big bus, New York here, you wouldn't believe who is chilling in the corner here. And the lights are off, but that is none other than Mr. Johnny Cash. See that? So, for all you people who enjoy the Grand Ole Opry, make sure you come to New York Times Square, because it's gonna be a hooping and a hollering and a whole lot of good victuals to back that up. Right there at Opry City Stage. You know, I don't do my channel on YouTube for no excitement. I do it for substance. See what I mean? And if my presentation of Opry City Stage come up short, make sure I get a look at that. But I gotta give you a better look when I did the video for Hershey's there, so you might want to take a look at that. They did a lot of more sprucing up And I talked to a couple of guys, they want to keep it secret, and I can understand that. But I did try. I tried to get you guys in there. But you take a look at my Hershey's video, and you'll get a better look at what's going on there as you see the billboards and the signs there go around. So as soon as they get that guitar going up there, I'll be back to do that video. So make sure you subscribe and turn your notification on, so as soon as I get that video, you can get it too. See? It's not just a fad. All down the strip, got Johnny Cash sitting in the window. So after you leave the restaurant there, come on now. Whatever you want to do is all here for your convenience. It's only a short walk. Right in the heart of the square. You know, most everyone who comes to Times Square, they usually walk all the way up here to these bleachers right here, sit down and look at that area there, which is the New Year's Ball. You see that there, 2017. We're going into 2018. This is what? November 21st. So in a little bit over a month, we will be 2018. But as you come out the restaurant, if you decide to leave Times Square, this is 47th Street. And this is a train station, and you can look it up. This is the NRQ&W train station. It's a short walk, so you can stay here in Times Square, or you can be transported out immediately after you digest your food. Or you can stay for a concert, or you can go deeper up into the square where you can see a Broadway play. Or just sit in one of the lovely public areas that are there for your enjoyment. See, most people, that bleacher that I just showed you right there, most people stop there walking to Times Square right there. And that's the wrong thing to do, because you're going to miss Opry Stage right up the street. And then you're going to miss where most of the Broadway plays are, the better ones anyway. You know, Times Square, that's what it's known for. Broadway. And so much more. So, come on down. Stay a spell.
The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And I'll give you the actual video of how long it takes to get to Times Square. Times Square, stop 42nd Street.
This is Times Square, 42nd Street. Transfers available through 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, and E trains. Connection is available to the Port Authority bus terminal.
Construction's going on everywhere. These boys are painting up, sprucing up, always sprucing up.
This is a Brooklyn Fast Train. The next stop is 34th Street, Herald Square.
Just to show y'all a few pieces of the artwork that get little or no publicity, but they're here to commemorate historic happenings that happened here in Times Square. Whoa. And if you're here in this Times Square complex of stations, this is where the nature called station is. The only one. On this side. In this area here, you'll see a lot of videos and a lot of performance here, because this is exactly right under the Times Square ball that is dropped on New Year's Eve. So most of all the performance happened right here. And if you don't want to watch the performance, you're left with either jumping on a train down there from the NQRW line, or going up the escalator here. I wanted to show you the station downstairs, but those guys are down there painting. Now, we really don't want to disturb them in any way, fashion, or form. But as you come up the stairs, that's the, as it says there, Times Square. No, I don't, brother. And you come out here. Yeah. You can either walk down to this area, or like you see me take the train, and you come out, and the bar is at the top of that building there. You can see that section of that pole right there, and that's where the ball is raised to, and that's where it falls from, where it's dropped from. That area you see of that pole right there, that's where the Times Square ball is raised to. And at 12 o'clock, New Year's Day, that ball starts the falling process. And if you're not successful during the year, I guess you took a fall also. But remember, Opry City Stage is what this video is about. I got many other videos, so you make sure you go to GADDAHRA, Gaddara, and subscribe. Turn your notifications on, like or dislike. My channel is constructive for constructive criticism. That means that any comment that you make, and you can make any comment as long as you're willing to argue that point. Yep. So what? Don't forget to subscribe. This is a Monday night in Times Square, in the middle of the city that never sleep. Want a kiss?